You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at night, completely exhausted, but your mind won't stop spinning? You've worked hard all day. You've checked things off your list, but instead of feeling satisfied, you're cataloging everything you didn't do, everything you should have done better. And underneath it all, there's this gnawing question. Why can't I just push through like everyone else seems to? If you're someone who feels things deeply, if you pick up on other people's emotions like you're tuned to a frequency most people can't hear. But what if the problem isn't you? What if you're not broken or weak? What if you're just trying to run someone else's race with a completely different nervous system? Today, I want to show you how to pursue your dreams without destroying yourself in the process. Not by becoming less sensitive, but by understanding exactly how your brain works and designing an approach to ambition that actually fits the way you're wired. There's a concept in psychology called sensory processing sensitivity. About 15 to 20% of people have nervous systems that process information more deeply. You're like an orchid in a world designed for dandelions. Dandelions grow anywhere. Throw them in rocky soil, ignore them for weeks, they'll be fine. Let's start by getting something straight. That emotional attunement you have, that's not a bug, it's a feature. But here's the part that changes everything. Research shows that highly sensitive people don't just feel the bad stuff more intensely. You also respond more powerfully to positive environments, supportive relationships, and meaningful work. Scientists call this differential susceptibility. Orchids? They're particular. They need the right conditions. But when those conditions are met, they don't just survive, they flourish in ways dandelions never could. So when you burn out from the same level of hustle that others seem to handle just fine, it's not because you're defective, it's because you're running orchid software. Your nervous system has two main modes: sympathetic, the gas pedal, and parasympathetic, the brake. For most people, these systems are relatively balanced, but if you're emotionally attuned, your nervous system is more reactive. You have what researchers call a lower threshold for arousal. Think of it like this. If most people's nervous systems are like regular car engines, yours is more like a high-performance sports car. It's incredibly responsive, capable of amazing things, but it also runs hotter, uses fuel faster, and needs more careful maintenance. When you care deeply about your work, when you're driven to make an impact or create something meaningful, you're constantly pushing that gas pedal. Your passion is real. Your goals matter, but your nervous system is redlining way before you consciously feel it. And because you're empathetic, you're also absorbing everyone else's stress. Your colleagues' anxiety about the project, your client's disappointment, your own internal pressure to not let anyone down. You're not just managing your own nervous system, you're being flooded by everyone else's. Meanwhile, the recovery activities that work for other people, like a quick workout or a night out with friends, might not be enough for you. You need deeper rest, more solitude, time to literally discharge the emotional and sensory input you've accumulated. But society tells you that needing this makes you weak. So you override your system's signals, you push through, and eventually your body does what it's designed to do when it can't get your attention any other way. It shuts you down. That's burnout. First, we need to stop thinking about productivity in terms of time alone and start thinking in terms of energy. Here's your first practical tool, the energy audit. For 1 week, I want you to track not just what you do, but how different activities affect your nervous system. After a week, you'll start to see patterns. You might discover that you assumed a networking event would drain you, but if it's intimate and meaningful, it actually energizes you. But here's the key. Don't just track the obvious stuff. Notice the tiny things. Did you say yes to a favor you didn't want to do? Energy drain. Did you have a conversation where you felt truly heard? Energy gain. If you know Thursday has 3 back-to-back draining meetings, you don't also schedule a networking event that evening and wonder why you're fried. You protect Thursday night. You block Friday morning for something restorative. You treat your energy like the finite resource it is. The secret is something I call intentional oscillation. This is based on the work of performance researchers who study elite athletes, artists, and leaders. What they found is that the highest performers don't push constantly. They pulse. For you, this might look like working in focused sprints of 60 to 90 minutes, then taking a real break, not checking email, actually stepping away. The key word is deliberate. This isn't accidental. It's not "I'll rest when I collapse." It's strategic, rhythmic, and built into the system from the beginning. Week 1 and 2, deep work phase. You protect your mornings for the hardest cognitive tasks. You batch your meetings. You say no to social obligations without guilt. Week 3, integration week. You still work, but at 60 to 70% intensity. Then repeat. Elite athletes don't wait until their muscles are destroyed to rest. They build rest into the training plan. And here's something crucial. You need to schedule recovery before you think you need it. If you wait until you feel burned out, you're already deep in the hole. Let's challenge something that might be holding you back. The idea that more hours equals more results. For emotionally attuned minds, this is almost never true. Work for just 3 to 4 hours a day on your most important task, but do it with complete presence. No phone. No multitasking, no half attention, full immersion. Why? Because your brain works differently. You need space to process. You need quiet to hear your own insights. Your creativity doesn't come from pushing, it comes from allowing. Stop trying to out-dandelion the dandelions. Lean into being an orchid. If you have ADHD, autism, chronic illness, or other conditions that affect energy and attention, some of what I'm describing might overlap with your experience, but you'll need additional strategies specific to your needs. Also, if you're experiencing symptoms of clinical burnout, like complete emotional numbness, detachment from things you used to care about, or physical symptoms like chronic pain or insomnia, please talk to a therapist or healthcare provider. Here's a hard truth. You cannot be ambitious without boundaries. And if you're empathetic, boundaries probably feel cruel. Saying no feels like letting someone down. But here's what I need you to understand. Every yes to something that depletes you is a no to your own dreams. If it's guilt, practice this script. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm not able to take this on right now. I need to protect my energy for my current commitments. You don't need to explain. You don't need to justify. And here's the beautiful part. When you start saying no to what drains you, you create space to say a full, wholehearted yes to what lights you up. That's where your best work lives.